All right, welcome back. This is another episode. Mike Perkins, one half of MVP, one half of Opinions Are Like Podcast, one half of Mike and Vince Perkins, and for this here, I'm the whole show. I just like to again send out thanks to everybody who subscribed, everybody who has liked, shared, or commented. You're very much appreciated. I'd like to also thank the good brother E Black for having me on. We had a good 2-hour discussion on another show that I did on Bernard. It was a good conversation. We had a couple good brothers on there, Hoop Jargon and the brother B9, the good brother B9. And we had a good discussion. So I appreciate those brothers. But let's get into these bars. So you see the title, you see the thumbnail. You have a lot of these purple pill spaces, like your Lapeefs and, not purple pill spaces, but purple pill platforms like Lapeef, like Obie Allen, like, Mr. Let Go to a lesser extent, because I've seen him operate in two different spaces. But you see a lot of these guys and they operate in this space of trying to create balance. And as you've seen in the top, being balanced and force balancing. And enough times these guys are not necessarily being balanced. They're being the latter. They're force balancing. So let me give you an example of actually force balancing. I used to work for a financial institution. I used to work inside the bank. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't. But I used to work inside the financial institution. And when I did, as a teller, let's say your drawer is off by $10, right? So let's say you're short $10. And you have 9 10s in your drawer. But in order for you to balance, you had to have had 10 10s, right? So instead of counting 9 10s, which is what you really have, if you say, well, I'm going to just add a 10, then that means that you force balance and you can ultimately lose your job, right? If you're off the $10, take the $10 difference. Hopefully you can find it later on. If not, you have that difference on your record. Is it the biggest of deals? No, but you're off and we'll figure it out, right? The problem with force balancing is that it's essentially just lying. It's not like it's this thing whereas if you say somehow men do it too, then now things are balanced. When if men don't do it too, and it's not balanced, of which a lot of these conversations, they're not really balanced, they're just circular in nature, then you're really just lying. There's an article out. It's about lonely men. Like, men are more lonely than ever. And I was listening to Bernard's stream, and per usual, when women hear these things, they can't wait to say, see, y'all are lonely and sad. And it's just like, yeah, but if we're lonely, and there are more of you all than it is us, then what are you doing? See, if you're not lonely, we are. What are you doing? 56% of black men do not have kids. That means 44% do. If 68% of y'all have kids, then what the fuck are you doing? If you choose us at 92% and 68% of y'all have kids, what the fuck are you doing? You know the answer? I'll tell you the answer. You're sharing dick. You're sharing niggas. That's what you're doing. You all are fucking the same guys. It's easy to not be lonely when you don't have a standard of monogamy. And look, for the guys who can participate in this, kudos to you. For the guys who can get a monogamous relationship, kudos to you. For guys who don't want to participate in this nonsense, hey, look, bruh, hold your head. There is a solution. Hashtag Austin Hollerman. Anyways, the idea that somehow saying men do it too, or see, look at men, is balanced. It's not actually balanced, it's force balancing, and it's lying. Lying to women is not going to help them. What lying to women is going to do ultimately is get them fired. It's going to keep them lonely. You're not helping them by saying men do it too. You're not helping them by having these circular conversations. Like, I just having a conversation with a young lady, and I said, one of the show topics of which I hope we record today. If not, I'm going to post this. One of our show topics is going to be about what we need to do in the face of, dealing with defiant, destructive women, right? And, my suggestion is always just leave them alone, move on. You know what I mean? And young lady asked me, what does defiant mean? Like, what does that behavior mean? Give me an example of that behavior. Nah, this woman's not dumb. And most women know what most words mean. And I kind of felt like I knew where she was going with it. But, I entertained it. I was like, do you not know what the word means? And it's like, well, yes, I know what the word means, but I want to know your definition of it, kind of thing. Because somehow words mean different things to me. Whatever. So I'm like, in my head, like, these kind of conversations only open me up to have a woman say, well, what about if, and then we're on Pluto having this conversation as opposed to being on the planet Earth where gravity exists, right? I don't like dudes having conversations like that. And it's the circular nonsense, the circular bullshit conversations that create some balance. But if it's not actually balanced, of which you have 60 years of women pretty much throwing us under the bus and rolling over it 3 and 4 times. I think a woman actually did that. She rolled over a man 3 or 4 times with a car. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that woman actually went to jail, prison, served a day, and no restitution. Did she get, community service or something like that? But whatever. They threw us under the bus for 60 years, and there was no balance. And then 2 years, 3 years of saying, hey man, all this shit ain't our fault, is all of a sudden unbalanced. Like, make that make sense. 60 years versus 3. How is that not, how is that, if it's not balanced, I would argue that it's not balanced, but it's been in favor of them. All the niggas want is not to be blamed for shit they didn't do. If 56% of us don't have kids, and you can't blame the 56% of men who did not impregnate you. Future got 9 kids. I don't. Future got 9 baby mamas. I don't. Stop fucking that nigga if you want a different outcome. But if you don't want a different outcome and you want to keep fucking Future, well then, motherfucker, keep going. The kind of balance that you all want is to absolve you of responsibility, and ain't nobody doing that, man. And for these niggas who be making that content, like, I asked this on the last video, hey man, look, if it's really that balanced and there's really good women out here, just show me. Show me and shut the fuck up. Show me and shut the fuck up. Because it's not balanced. That's not you're not looking for balance. You're looking for honesty, truth. If you off $10, you just off $10. Nothing wrong with that. We'll figure it out. But you gonna tell the truth, or you lose your job. That's it. You either tell the truth or you lose your job. But I'm gonna get on out of here, man. Thanks everybody for all the support. We're at I think 350, almost 360 now. You know what I'm saying? If you can get us to that 500, baby, that would be nice. I appreciate everybody who is subscribed. I'm going to keep doing my rounds. You know, you may see me on Bernard's show. You may see me on E-Blacks. You know what I'm saying? I haven't went on Ed's actual panel yet. His panels are always like high level. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that the other panels, the aforementioned panels, are not high level, but his panels are always high level. So when I feel like I can get there, you know what I'm saying, verbally and get in there, you know what I'm saying, I will. But, you know what I'm saying, with that being said, this is Mike Perkins, and I'm out.